forget, this is Jack, a little tuning enthusiast. We often see a variety of colorful gauge in many tuning cars. It's so cool, right? Then we must be thinking how nice it would be if we can get some gauge in our own car. No why, just for cool. In fact, these gauges have their own functions. They are constantly reminding the owner the running condition of the vehicle, the running condition of the engine, before the car broke down, before causing more irreparable damage. Get them ready in advance, avoid greater losses. That's what the gauge does. If you want to install a gauge inside your car, I recommend this one. This is a newest LCD gauge developed by Windbooster, the first round LCD gauge in the world. You can see verified workmanship, strong metallic feel, very thin, like a chip. Put it on the dashboard. It really enhances the sense of technology and can be several in series together. Can be 5, can be 3, can put here and can put here, and can be displayed upside down. Full interface available, so you can feel different every day. Remote control change settings, maximal, minimal, alarm function. Unlike many gauges in the market that can only show one parameter, this gauge can show all the engine parameters. Yes, just this little thing. Speed, RPM, water temperature, exhaust temperature, intake temperature, air-fuel ratio, battery voltage, G-value, throttle percentage, intake pressure, turbo pressure, oil temperature, oil pressure. No need to worry about which parameter to choose. I want to talk about 3 parameters that are most commonly used by tuning enthusiasts. The other parameter you can choose as your needs: oil pressure, oil temperature, and turbo pressure. These 3 parameters are must on the dashboard for tuning enthusiasts. Oil pressure and oil temperature observe the operating condition of your engine's lubrication system. The oil pressure makes sure your oil have enough pressure to get into your engine to ensure lubrication effect of high-speed range, to prevent them from scratch, excessive wear, and so on. Install oil pressure gauge. Can always check your oil pressure. Remind when the oil pressure is not enough and place it. Many car owners have such a question: how often should I change the oil? 5,000 km, 8,000 km, or 10,000 km? Bro, I tell you, don't worry about it. You just have to remember, when the oil pressure is not enough, you should change. So, under what circumstances will the oil pressure be insufficient? For example, you just change the new oil, and when you step on the gas pedal to a high RPM, the oil pressure indicates 6.57. You have driven 3,000 km, and the 3,000 km is all mountain road. Later found the oil pressure indicates 5.5. So you say if you should change or not. There is no rule that you should change every 10,000 km. It's not right. Depend on how you drive. No matter what oil, depend on how you drive. You can try driving 10,000 km on the track, then you change the oil. Your engine may get out sparks. The oil pressure and the oil temperature are used to observe the condition of the engine oil. If the oil temperature is too high, can be higher than 130. If the temperature suddenly exceeds 135, you better change it. Because such high temperature will rupture most of the oil film, cause their shear resistance to plummet. The lubrication effect plummet. So if the temperature is too high, you bet stop your car on the side. Turbo is a fire in the engine. By using exhaust guides to blow fuel vapor into the engine to improve the performance of the engine. The turbo gauge pointer indicates the value of the current intake pressure. The pressure value changes very quickly. The highest when you step on it too heavily. When the throttle is loose, it will automatically release pressure. So the point is always moving. On the moment of pressure release will be negative number. If the turbo pressure is too high, will cause the engine to exceed its operating load, even called detonation cylinder. Besides the three parameters, there are many parameters else. So you can choose as you need. For example, the battery voltage is very important. When I drove and stopped outside, I often saw a guy coming to ask if I have emergency power. He said his car is power off. So I think if he got a voltmeter in advance, he can find out power off in advance. So such thing will never happen. We know the gauge in the market can only connect the sensor or can only connect the OBD2. But this gauge not only can connect the sensor, but also can connect the OBD2. So what's the difference between the sensor and the OBD2? OBD reads the data of the original car, but because all the data transmitted through one line, so if your car have not enough bandwidth, will cause a little delay in reading. It depends on your car. If your car has enough bandwidth, there is no delay. If you wanna read the real-time data, you can connect the sensor. Most people's turbo pressure, oil pressure, and oil temperature connect the sensor. Other parameters, I suggest OBD2 is completely enough. The cost of connecting sensor is higher and need installability. Okay, that's all about the gauge. Not only cool but also practical. Can't wait to get one, right? Please contact Wind Booster to order one. If you have any question about which parameter or have any question about our gauge, you can comment below. I answer you one by one. If you like our video, please subscribe to our channel. The more subscribers we get, the more and the better content we'll make. Subscribe. This is Jack. Looking forward to seeing you next time. Thank you.